Hi there ladies, Greg here. I thought I'd make you a quick video just about a few things. In fact, I'm going to make you a couple of videos. The first one is about outletting. So I thought I'd start with just a reminder of our formation. We play a 4-3-3. It's pretty much the same for all hockey, we just call it different names. But it's 4 backs, 3 centres and 3 forwards. Now, I think normally we set up with our front three like this, but I want you to definitely think about pressing and running in this sort of triangle like this. If I just draw it on just in case you can't see my cursor, this is your general shape. You should be quite in, and I'll talk about why that is important in a little bit. Okay, so let's move on to outletting. So what I've done here, so we're the blue team, right? The red team is just a typical press, so they're pressing within this. I'll put it in red so we can see it. Okay, so like this W shape here. Normally with a front three, like we have a front three, and then so these would be their strikers, these would be their inners, like their centers, and these would be their 4 defenders. And this is a basic setup shape that is pretty healthy, and it's great for outletting. So we have our backs. So in this situation, it's pretty stressful taking a 16, but remember, all you have to do is find a pass to someone in the same jersey as ours. Okay, you don't have to force a pass. Too often, like the centre forwards come leading for this ball and we try and crash the ball through. You know, when it works, it's fantastic, but it's so high risk. And I'd probably go as far as saying 90% of the time we get turnover. So it's not really what we should be looking at. And if they're pressing well, if it's a good team we're coming up against, the most likely first pass is a transfer ball to the centre back. And then we can look to get it out here. And this is what we mean by outletting, getting the ball out of a zone where we're pressed in, and we can look to get it down the line. That's one option. Okay, now if we are going to transfer around the back, I want you to think about a few things. So these are the wrong labels. These are meant to be left backs and right backs. I'm sorry, I can't change it now, but so the left back and right back, what you need to be thinking of is wherever their press is, you need to be getting either level with this line or slightly beyond. Now in this situation, it's actually going to be pretty hard to get the ball there. So in this situation, you're probably going to have to come deeper initially. But when we make this first transfer, ideally, the centre backs, you need to get yourself in a position where you're on the shoulders of the D like this. And not flat, you want to be slightly offset. Because then when we get the ball here, it allows the backs to progress and ask questions of this player. Okay? Now, if you're here, it's just too easy for this person to come and put pressure on you. So, try centre backs be on the shoulders of the circle, and then the half backs, the wing backs, you need to either be level or beyond. So a good first touch can eliminate this player pretty easily, and it asks questions. If they start going wide, obviously it makes room for this lead in here. Okay. So we can happily transfer it to here, to here, to here, to here, until we are happy that we can play a nice, easy pass to someone in our kit. Okay, there's no point forcing it. Now, another thing I want your back four to look at, and if you're not in the back four, it's really important that you learn this. One, because you're a junior player and you may play in the back four. But one of the things we can do is if we're in this situation, let's say this team, they don't move across. So ideally, when the ball is played across here, this team should also make a similar move and hold their position. Let's just get rid of that for now. Now, if they don't do that, or we transfer the ball nice and quickly, we will catch them out of position. So let's say they're here, for example. We could make the pass here. It could not be on. Let's say they've got some people in here. We could make this pass, and then we make a call. So this is one thing I want you to think about. So we can start promoting this player, and whereby the other centre back would offload the ball and then make a move to here. We can pop it in here again, pop it in here, and so we basically turn it into a back three, and we can transfer the ball with a back three with this player promoted, and obviously that gives us a numerical advantage going forwards. Okay, it could be a little bit more simple than this. It could be you're here, this person just calls it. Okay, so they could ask you just promote. So as it's coming towards this player, they could call you to promote. This player could step out as it comes here. We've basically, if this player comes, we've got a 2v1 situation. If they don't come, then we've got an outlet ball. Okay, so, and then we would move across as a back three now. Once we do outlet it, we want to move in something like this, so we're ready for a counter defense from the other team if they get turnover. But you can promote one at a time, ideally. It's easier for us to attack down the right because we're strong and they're weak, but it could be the other player promoting. Okay, so that's one way of promoting one of the back players. Okay. Now, the reason this is really useful and works is if we stack the front three. And I'll come on to the centre halves in a minute, but you see the centre forwards, you're stacked and you're holding the middle. You don't have to be in like this traffic light system. You just have to hold the middle of the pitch. Because what that does, if you think about it, oh, not that one, there's their back four, it brings them out of that area. It asks questions. Your job is to create chaos in the defensive minds. So if you all come in here, if they don't come and we get the ball there, we'll have a 3 versus 1 or 3 versus 2. They're not going to give us that opportunity all the game. So they're very likely to come. If they don't come, if they stay out here, great, let's just get the ball into these three, and have a 3v2. But you'll find that most players will follow you. Okay. And so when we get the balls in this area, this part of the pitch is completely free just to push the pass down. And then as a 3, we need to be thinking about our leads. So if you stack it like this, you might find that this person will be the person that leads into that space when it comes here. This person will be going high, and then this person will be operating ready for the next ball. Okay, to either like come in here or come in here. Okay. Now, when you're making these leads, remember it's important to create that area of separation. If you lead too early, then someone follows you. Okay, and that's why we're not wide, because then someone follows you. So we're here, we're stacking the players, sorry. So when the ball is over here, when they're looking up, we then lead. Okay, so we have a lead towards the ball, a lead high, and a lead, to the P spot or top D. So we are ready to cause chaos, basically. And that all comes from stacking and giving us the best opportunity to get separation from our defenders. Okay. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to transfer. We can play the ball into the middle. So when we play the ball into these centre halves, we're either ideally looking to link up with our backs. So if it comes in here, we might link up here, and then we can get it forwards. It's pretty rare, especially the higher you get, that you can get the ball in here and turn and beat someone and then link up here. But, it can happen quite often. But you three, you need to make sure you are leading as a unit. Okay, so you're leading in the same direction. What I mean by that is either in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So if one person makes the lead here to receive the ball, you two have to also lead. So there'll be a lead here and a lead here. You're leading in that same direction, so they can like quick one touch here or a little deflection out here, or they can receive and slip it out here. But we've got to lead together. Okay, so that's really, really important. So the midfield three, you are leading together, again, asking questions of these pressing players, and the top three must stack to leave all of this space completely open to make our wing backs' jobs easy. And they just push the ball down reasonably hard, because you want to push it into this corner, really, where there's loads of space. Now, while I'm here, let's talk about other ways we can get promotion. So let's just get rid of these boxes for now. So another way we can get promotion is once we make this pass, we could promote a player in here. So one of the centre back steps. So we effectively go into a 3 at the back again. But now we have a numerical advantage here. So we could afford to lead out into these wide positions. So when it comes here, we can afford to lead out and try and create a 2v1. Okay, so when we're playing hockey, just look for 2v1s, 3v2s, just try and create those situations, and you'll enjoy success. Another way you could do this as well, so let's just get you back on the shoulders here. You could, and this one's pretty neat, right? I like this one. You could demote one of these players. Okay, so the ball could play here. You could just demote yourself, forcing this player to go a little bit wider, turn us into a back 3, and then we can promote both halves. So get yourself nice and wide. So for example, when you play it, your next move might be to come out here. It might then transfer, because when you start transferring, you open your body. The team, this red team here, are going to follow the ball direction. Or you could give it straight back to this person. So if you move nice and wide, you've got an outlet, and we've got a numerical advantage going forwards. Now, I probably favor the first one I showed you, right? The first one I showed you where you decide who promotes, and that it might be where we're strongest, or it might be, they're terrible down this side. So let's always promote here. So as the ball comes across, you could just start moving, give this person a shout to promote, get it nice and wide, and then we can look to attack with more numbers. Okay, but outletting to successfully do it from the back is about going from the back 4 to a back 3, stacking the players to create space to outlet the ball into. Girls, I hope that makes sense. In the next video, I'm going to talk about pressing and how we can do that most effectively.